All right, so today I'm talking about Google Drive, Docs, Google Docs, and then how you can use it with your iPad. And looking at your screen right here, this is the icon that you'll be looking for, both on your PC, your Mac, or your iPad. And it is Google Drive. And now, Google Drive is a cloud based application. And you've probably heard of cloud or cloud computing. And basically, it's defined as, and I'll tell you how it's defined and then explain it. But it's essentially the practice of using a network or a remote server hosted on the internet to store, manage, and process data, rather than a local server and/or personal computer. So, in other words, when you're using a cloud application such as Drive, you are storing your work, accessing a computer that is somewhere other than where you are right now. And they call it a cloud because the cloud, we can see it from a variety of locations, and it's not um, limited by geography or your current boundaries in a room or a house or a town, whatever. Provided you have access to the internet, you can access that information from anywhere on the planet Earth. So, using Drive, for example, you can create one document, say at work, using an iPad, then access it at your house using another iPad, a computer, a smartphone, or any device that is compatible anywhere on the planet Earth, provided there is an internet connection. So you don't have to worry about saving documents and carrying them with you wherever you go. You will be working on the same document in one location. That location just happens to be in the cloud, which just so happens to be some computer somewhere else that you can access, again, anywhere with internet service. Um, so Google Drive is a free service for anyone with a Google or Gmail account, and there are quite a few free services that Google offers. But Google Drive is a cloud-based application. This is the icon that you're looking for. And so when you go to your iPad, if you don't have it, just go ahead and download Google Drive. You'll click on this icon, and this is what it'll give you. It'll tell you to, welcome to Google Drive. Let's go ahead and get started. At which point you're going to log in. And here's where you will be entering, of course, your email address and then your password, and then sign in. And it's important just to note that if it's your iPad, for example, once you're logged in, you're fine and you'll stay signed in. But if you're using a community iPad, using an iPad at work, at school, or somewhere else, or some device that's not your own, you're just going to want to make sure that you sign back out. And I'll show you how to do that momentarily. All right, so let's take a look at the drive here. So I'm mirroring my iPad, and we're going to have a couple of different things going on at once, but what we're focusing on is the iPad right here. And again, I'm going to be clicking on or touching Google Drive, which will open it up, and then here we see my drive. And I've got a bunch of different folders, a bunch of different files. Once you've logged into your drive, you might realize that you have stuff in there. You didn't even realize you were using it, but you already have some items in there. And that could be the case. It might be completely empty. But as I mentioned, you want to sign in. Once you sign in, you'll see yours. If you want to sign back out, you're going to touch right here in the upper corner, and it's going to show you your name. There's this spoked wheel, which you'll touch again, which brings up your settings. Once again, it's going to show you who signed in. You touch that again, and that's going to bring up your account. There could be multiple accounts here. We are, in this case, we're going to manage. You may have a different version of Drive where it just says log out at the bottom. Google sort of took that away. I'm not exactly sure why, but you click on manage, and then I had the option to remove. And of course that looks kind of scary, but all it's telling you is that it's going to remove those login credentials from this machine. So the next time you come in, you'll log in again. And that is important if you're using somebody else's computer or somebody else's iPad. For our purposes, it's not going to make any difference. I'm not going to remove myself, and I'm just going to stay logged in. And oh yeah, I gotta There we go. And once again, back to our drive. So you've got all these different things, different folders, different files. All right, so we're looking at various folders, files, and again, up top, these are all folders, and below are all files, different files, pictures, so on and so forth. All of this stuff I might have created on my PC and then uploaded, which is pretty cool about the drive itself. You can upload a document or the entire folder. So if I've got a project I've worked on my PC, I can upload the entire project to the drive without having to select files individually and do them one at a time. Just take the whole folder, everything goes at once. So it's pretty convenient. You're not having to carry those files with you. They're already there. They're always available. But now I'm just going to show you how you can actually add to the drive or with the drive. And to show you, it's the plus in the upper right hand corner. You touch the plus and here you go. Add to my drive. New document, new spreadsheet, new folder, upload photos or videos, or use camera. Now right now from your iPad, the only thing that you can create as far as a Google Doc would be a Word type document or an Excel type document. Can't do a PowerPoint right now. Can't do some of the other things. You can, however, store them in your drive and you can view them on your iPad. So you can create a PowerPoint on your PC and then take a look at it on your iPad, flip through it. You just can't add it yet. Now, I feel fairly certain that eventually that will be the kind of functionality that Google will add to make it possible to create a PowerPoint or a Google Doc PowerPoint. I forget exactly what they call it. But you can see down here, this is a Word document. You don't create that with the drive. You upload it to the drive, but you can see it. You can open it. Here, we're talking about actually making a document, and that's what I'm going to do. And just to demonstrate how it works, I will touch on a new document. And the first thing it's going to want me to do is name it. And let's go, we'll call this A drive. A drive, create, and it'll take a second. And depending on your internet connection, it could take 10 seconds maybe. It's not going to take a whole lot of time, but here you go. You've popped up with your word processing screen. And I'm just going to type, let's say, this. Oh, that's not right. This is an example. This is an example. Okay. If I touch the check in the upper left-hand corner, saved to my drive. This is an example. All right, so I've started a document. Now let's say I'm using the iPad at school and I want to finish it when I get home on my desktop. Well, I'm going to pull up my email, and let's minimize this for just 1 second. You'll see these boxes, upper right hand corner, shows you your various options. Again, more free services. If I touch on the drive, it'll open up a new tab, and here we go. Here's my drive. So now if I scroll down, I'm looking for A drive, and there it is. Touch A drive to open it up, and there once again we see this is an example. Now I'm going to try to bring these two up at the same time. So I've got my internet version, and let's get the iPad up as well. And you see they mirror each other as they are in effect displaying the same document. I created it on the iPad using Google Drive, so it's actually created the document. It physically resides on the Google server, whatever computer, wherever on the planet Earth. So then I can pull it up once again here on my PC in any location, and I can continue working on that same document. So let's say this is an example of how the drive works. Period. And there you see, as I typed it on my PC, it is displayed right here on the iPad. Because again, even though I could be in two completely different locations, I am working on the same document. That document saved in the drive, which is once again a cloud application. So that's pretty cool. You don't have to keep up with a thumb drive or anything else that you're carrying with you. You've got it right here. It is backed up automatically by Google. So it's a good place to store. It's a very convenient way to work on a single document rather than working on multiple documents and then compiling those efforts later on. It's one document, one location, accessible by a variety of different locations and or devices. So we have this in the drive. It has been saved. I'll just close it. And now I'm looking back at my drive, and of course, a drive is down to the right. But let's say we're going to add, maybe we'll add a picture. So I'm going to touch the plus again, upper right-hand corner. New document, new spreadsheet, new folder, upload photos or videos. If I touch that, it's just going to bring up my camera roll. And I don't have a whole lot of things in my camera roll right now. But what I want to do is actually use the camera. And I know we all take plenty of pictures and we all have all these devices, and then we upload those devices to Facebook, to Twitter, to Shutterfly, whatever it is that we're using to share those photos. Well, Google makes it real easy to not only share photos, but also documents, but also to use your device one time instead of uploading. You're just using it one time. So let's say I'm actually working on a project and there's a group of us that need to see certain photos. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch Use Camera. And it's going to bring the camera up, and I'll just get a picture of what's going on right here. I take that picture, and then down the bottom you will see it says Use Photo. So I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use that photo. And it is instantly a part of your drive. Now, it takes a second or two sometimes to show up, and it's actually kind of fun. I like to watch it as it appears. All right, we don't see it yet. I'll leave these pictures up. Oh, and there we go. You saw it show up right there. And if I go over here to my drive, same deal, scroll down. If I can use my pad, scroll down, and once again, there it is. So I've uploaded it with my iPad to the drive, and there it's available anywhere else. Now, like I was saying, if this was a project that we want to share this information, well, every one of these documents, pictures, they all have this small information button in the bottom right-hand corner. And if you touch that information button, it's going to give you some information about the file or folder. Here you go, share, delete, move, star, and I'll show you what star means here in a minute. So we're going to go ahead and star this particular photo. But now if you want to share it, you just touch share, and here you go. You can add people, groups. You might have a distribution list that you use with Gmail. Enter that distribution list here, and you can share it with that entire list one time. Share it with everyone. Edit, comment, view. Those are just settings for the photo or file or whatever it is. And once we've done that, it's shared immediately with everybody a part of that group. Now, Gmail or Drive does give you these sort of shortcuts over here on the left, and if you expand that section, dragging left to right, you can see shared with me, starred, recent, offline, upload. Here's shared with me, anything that's been shared with me. Starred, or once you start, becomes a starred or favorite. Recently uploaded files, recently accessed files, I should say. And then here's your recently uploads down there at the bottom. The pen, I don't use it. You may want to. You can read more about it if you like, but it's not something that I ever use. Everything that I use with the drive is all in the cloud, and that's where I leave it. So there you have Google Drive, and enjoy your drive.